Good morning, everybody. I was looking for a space here at the association to talk and reflect on this morning, and eventually this is the only place that now has a bit of is a bit quiet. So I'm in the Matsuoka where we repair our boats, but um, this morning it was 50%, let's say 70% chance of ice and 30% chance of rowing, and luckily and unluckily we went in the water. Luckily because we managed to do big session 25k down, split it into 10 by 2500, doing the first k at 18, the second at 20, and then the last one at rate, the last 500 meter at rate 22. So the training was tough. I had to go back mid-training to get some sugar in my bottle. Also the cold was not helping with like lowering the energy consumption, but took that to the end, and just when I was stepping out of the boat I was thinking, oh, I don't want to row again this afternoon, but now I've been so my idea was to go on the erg for the second session, but then since probably it's gonna freeze again this weekend, there is a chance of that we have to take as many opportunity to row in the boat. So now I'm a bit warmer. My clothes are almost completely warmed up. So I think in a bit, let's say 30 minutes, 40 minutes, is gonna be back in the water, but for a way easier session, around 12k, with some tech exercises that, as I say, I usually don't do, and I just do it now in this second session of the Saturday. So that's the plan. Then we're gonna get back in, some shower, hopefully warm shower, and then some food, and we will get back home. Now we chilled for 30 minutes. We're gonna chill for 30 minutes more, and then we're done for the day. And we are finally done successfully. Also, lovely paddle, capped heart rate at 140, 142. Stayed on the lower hand of zone 2, so set 1s or 2. It was a chill paddle to close the week. Good evening, everybody. We've finally made it to the end of the day. I'm about to eat some dinner and then chill out before going to bed. I will try to go to bed early to wake up at 7:30 as well, to try to be productive in the morning. Let's see step by step how the day went. So the first session was actually in the end tougher than expected. So I knew going out in the boat for 2 hours, but then there was also like the wind picked up strangely towards the end of the session, and that made it very difficult, especially on the hands that were hurting a lot. But the motivation at that moment was actually higher than the pain, so it was easy to carry through, especially when I filled my bottle with sugar. I was feeling much more vigorous and sharp. The second training managed to got into the boat, and eventually it turned out to be an exceptional session because there was no more breeze at all, and it was just floating. So floating session, as I like to call that. Then I got back home, and from last week I have to say there was the productivity challenge going on, and I have to say I didn't manage to fulfill what I ideally wanted. So like my idea is to get to two and a half 3 hour of study. I haven't done a proper study, but I've done 1 hour and a half of things related to my life. Also, uni, organization, dispute, other stuff related to personal life that have to be done. So I still have done something, which is better than anything, and eventually this thing have to be done. So I'm proud that I didn't spend the full afternoon just scrolling on my phone. So that's already a win for me. Uh, Tomorrow I have already written down the schedule, so I'm hopeful to be strict on that and since I'm guided through that, I will manage to produce something at the end of the day. And by something I intend just like practical work. And if the day is sunny, it's gonna be cold, but if the day is sunny enough, I'm gonna show you a surprise that I won't tell you now. With that said, I'm about to eat my dinner, so I prepared some gnocchi in the oven. Very proud of that, and good carbs for sleeping well. And just before concluding the day, I just want to stop 1 second on one thing that today just came up to my mind. So basically, I was looking on Strava, and then I saw a friend of mine just putting an activity with some tag saying. I will stop pitching now. Let's this start with the winter arc, even if it is January and stuff like that. No more postponing all this kind of hashtag. And of course, it was just laughing with that because it's like it does just sports for fun. But mentioning the winter arc thing really uh, gave me the need of go to the David Goggins Instagram account and see the reel that he has recently posted. And I think if you go now on Instagram, it's like his second post or reel. You have just to check that, where he basically says that he hates the winter arc thing because for him it's like he says literally, now I'm quoting, he says like, I want that 365 shit. Like it means it's not about just a period, it's about the consistency. And I know it's totally out of context and out of everything, but for me sometimes having realization like that really lights me up. And I know it might sound like a hack and contradicting what I was saying already a week ago, but it's the realization that the continuous amount of work, so consistency, eventually has to mean something over time. So has to make up for something over time. So it's not about just like a period, an arc, but about, it says, fuck the arc, make a circle. And this thing is like really, it is as simple but still as difficult because it requires the consistency. And it's just like something that struck my mind when like my mind really react with is really upset, puzzled when like something is that simple but to say, that simple to say but that difficult to achieve. And it really boosts me because on my side I know I'm ticking all the boxes. So I'm hopeful that all these things that I'm doing eventually get somewhere. And I trust let's say the process is another very superficial sentence that a lot of people do, but when I say that I mean it to the roof of it. Of course, a complicated concept, and everyone makes whatever he wants out of it, because then you just listen and then you interpret that personally. But it's always nice for me to try to say something about that, try to explain over it and how they affect me. With that said, I don't want to complicate the discussion even more. We'll get back to that eventually in the future. I'm sure about that. I don't know when, but those things come and go, so it's okay. And with that, I just wish you the best and wish me the best for tonight. A good rest. And see you tomorrow.